San Diego's only News at 4, only on NBC7 San Diego.
Well, there is a deadline coming in, and it has nothing to do with buying presents.
No, it is a tax deadline. If you want to take certain deductions on your taxes for this year, then you only have about 10 days to do something about it. NBC7's Consumer Bob is here with that last-minute advice we need.
And we have enough trouble trying to keep up with presents and all that to start thinking about your taxes. But believe me, you got to do it. I mean, you know how things can get around April 15th. That's when your taxes are due. But if you want to take advantage of some of those deductions you hear about, the deadline is not in April. It's right now. You have all year to take advantage of certain tax breaks and deductions, but the year is running out.
People do wait until April 15th, but for certain deductions, expenses, you have to take advantage of those before January 1st. Otherwise, you won't be entitled to those deductions.
Tax experts say the time is now if you still want to sneak in some tax breaks.
Generally, if you don't do it by the end of the year, you're going to have to wait until 2012, and we don't file those returns until 2013.
The most common year-end tax move, charitable donations. Thrift stores realize that many people want to write off their donations, and the stores are ready to help you do it. From clothes to cars to computers.
Any sort of charitable contributions, make sure you have proof that you made that contribution before year's end.
And make sure you're donating to a legitimate charity, especially if you're handing over a check.
Unfortunately, when you have a lot of money going out, you have con artists out there trying to figure out ways to take it in.
Look out for sound-alike charities, charities that pressure you to donate, or charities that want to come to your home to pick up the money.
Make sure they have a hard address that you can send the money to. A post office box is a red flag for an illegitimate charity.
Another reason to worry about December 31st, some of the tax deductions you have this year may not be around next year.
In the law, there are several deductions and credits that may sunset after this year, depending on what Congress does to act on them. As we have them now, today, act now before the year ends to take advantage of them on your 2011 return.
A few of those deductions include writing off state sales taxes on large ticket items like cars, out-of-pocket expenses for teachers, and treating mortgage insurance as an interest payment. So is now the time to get serious about your taxes?
Taking your taxes seriously is something you should always do. But if you want to save a few bucks, take a look now before the year ends.
Now, back to those donations. Talking about donations, to get credit for this year, you must mail your contribution before December 31st. Just writing December 31st on the check is not enough. The letter needs to be postmarked this year. Also, pledges, they're not deductible. It's the payment. That's what you get to write off. You just can't say, I'm going to give you this much and think you can write it off. Forget it.
So what about all the people who just take the standard deductions? I mean,
you'd be surprised on this, you know, because we talk a lot about getting those deductions, but not that many people actually do it. To qualify for most of the itemized deductions, you have to file a Schedule A form with the IRS. Get this, 2/3 of taxpayers do not itemize, and therefore they don't get the deductions. But for those who do, of course, it's very important. Others don't realize till they do their taxes that, oh my goodness, unless I go Schedule A, I don't get to take advantage of it. Sure. So all those things are, you should start thinking about now, not April 14th or April 15th at 11:59, right, which I've been there before and you're not thinking straight, believe me.
You just added one more thing to everyone's plate out there.
I guess that's it.
All of them, you know.
Thank you.
Thanks, yeah. Thank you, Bob.